Oh shit. Hi, you're listening to the Sketchbook Hero. Hey, hi.
Or low.
I think I need to change the settings on this microphone.
What about mine?
What about mine? What does mine say? Okay.
Yeah.
Chest pains, that's good. Do you feel like a stiff arm coming as well?
Maybe.
A heart attack. The good times.
Yeah, I tried to snap it when we were out there. It just made it worse.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, no snapping.
No. Just no. Oh, shit, laughing.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's make a boring episode.
Let's make a boring one. Like every other one. Hello,
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to the Sketchbook Heroes podcast with me, Ilias.
And me, Robert.
Yes.
Sí.
Sí, claro.
Sí.
Hola.
All right. Yeah. All right. Are we doing this or what?
We're doing this.
All
Welcome
right.
back to the Sketchbook Heroes podcast with everything that I just said. And today, today we're going to talk about... I keep forgetting the topic. But the thing we said on the way here.
The quitting thing.
Oh, yeah, quitting too
soon?
early or too soon.
Early?
Yeah, that is even better.
Quitting too soon.
Cutting out everything else by not cutting it out and just repeating everything we've just said.
Doing the ADHD thing.
We're not, yeah, exactly. Quitting too soon. Topic of the day. And before we dive into that, how have you been?
Everything hurts.
Everything hurts.
All the time.
Not just sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. No, I woke up this morning with this weird kind of, I don't know what you would call it, like a...
Sternum.
Yeah, I know what the thing is, but the lock or the knot.
Yes.
So there's like a knot in the bones of my sternum, the middle of my chest.
I don't think it is, but I get what you mean.
Because I can snap it, like snapping, fingers like that.
But that's just air popping.
Oh, really? So that's what it is. But
So
I have that like all the time. It's a normal thing.
But I think it's you're tense in that area. Like when the area, like I get it in my back where it feels like it's a constant sort of like flex,
Yeah. It's like, it's right on the verge of snapping.
Yeah, but it's not.
But it doesn't. It's such a weird thing. And I've had it since this morning and it's like late. So it, like when I breathe, it like inhibits my breathing, and when I laugh, it hurts and stuff. The pain in my nut is gone, which is great.
That's great.
Yeah.
No more testicles.
No more testicles. And now I just feel like I should poop.
Nice.
So, yeah, I really do feel like I should retire right now.
It's so nice to know all these things about your body.
Yeah.
And its inner workings.
And I think this is...
that people keep private.
Yeah. This is also the last podcast before I am officially a father, I think.
You think, yeah.
I think. It could be longer, but I don't know. There's something tells me that, yeah, baby is going to be popping out in the next couple of days.
Dude.
So I think, going on record here saying that this is the last recorded episode.
Yep, and we have no backup episodes, and we're too tired to make backup episodes.
Exactly. I'm just going to bring baby in. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's all good.
It's all fine.
Yes.
We're all going to die.
Yeah, we're all going to die. But apart from all that and me feeling like I am 80 years old, I have had a really chill week. I've only worked 2 days, and I'm also only working 2 days this week. So all of this because of baby.
It sounds like you're working 2 days. 2 days. I'm working 2 days.
I'm not that ghetto. I'm not working 2 days, It's so bad. Don't make me laugh. It hurts.
It's even better when you...
It fucking hurts. No, so trying to minimize the working day so I can be at home and take care of wifey and prepare for said baby. So what I have been doing is mainly focusing on the writing and just being there for her. So it's really chill, just chillaxing, watching Breaking Bad. We've started watching Breaking Bad, which he has.
Have you seen the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then.
I loved it. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've done. So back to you. How are you hurting?
I am not. This week feels good. Like body-wise, all is as it was 2 weeks ago. It's all good. Otherwise, yeah, I've been photographing a lot the past week and doing family stuff. Went to our friend's, I was going to say bar mitzvah. That's not what they're called.
Christening.
Yeah. Well, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Or baptism.
Baptism, I think, is the word I was looking for.
Oh, yeah, christening is like when you name a ship, right?
Is it? I have no idea.
I christen this.
I have no idea. I'm just going to... Maybe that's what you do with babies? Stupid. It's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both equally stupid. No.
But just so the Lord knows the name of...
No, it's actually... You get like a force field of God's force field. Something.
No, you're thinking of Mormonism.
I have no idea. I was not paying attention.
You're such a Mormon.
More
on
nice. Yes.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Okay, so I went to that thing, which was nice actually. Yeah. I met some friends.
I feel bad that I didn't go.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. No, it would have been cool just to meet everybody.
It was.
Sam included.
Yes.
And the babies. But I have met Vanessa already, so it's still Vanessa, right?
Yep. Yeah. Still Vanessa now officially.
Officially. And Luke. Lucky Luke, not Luke Skywalker.
So lame.
So fucking lame. Seriously.
So lame.
Yeah. Yeah. Back to school.
Back to this episode. Where we don't talk about our friends. Suck.
Yeah.
Suck.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But the photo stuff. Are you gonna dive into that more?
I'm gonna talk about it in the episode, I guess.
Yeah.
Instead. But I have taken photos.
That's awesome. And I've seen the photos, and they are actually really awesome. So I think you are finding a little bit of your groove now.
Yeah, but not in drawing.
Yeah, but maybe just stick to cars.
Yeah. So fuck. I don't know, man. It's been fun.
Cool. New things.
New things are fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that said, thank you for listening. And Underverket, Max.
Share.
Thank you. Share.
Don't report.
Just rate.
Yeah. Stars and grandmas and...
Exactly. Hard hats and moving on.
Intro away.
That was not what I was going for.
No, but that is what we're doing. Woohoo!
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.
They loved 80s cartoons. Even with beards and tattoos, you know they haven't changed at all. Filling sketchbooks every night, getting better with each line. Sketchbook hero, imagination burning. Sketchbook hero, sketchbook hero, pick up the sketchbook hero. They don't seem to have any line. Sketchbook hero.
And we're back.
We're back. I am tired.
Yeah. I wanted to do like a joke with pain in back, but because we are back.
Pain in back. Pain in back. Pain in back.
Pain in back. Pain. Yeah.
And we didn't even go racist.
No! Oh
Look,
my God!
Look at that.
That's
the applause.
Button. That is definitely yellow button all around. Who would have thought?
And we lost it.
No.
And we're out. And we're out of the game. Unintentional racism. You're welcome.
Oh, it hurts. That's so bad. Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
Quitting too soon.
Is it? No.
No, but it is very common, and I feel like or maybe just people in general, actually.
Yeah.
You do something for a super what?
I think my mic quit.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
stand.
Make a stand, for fuck's sake, Mike.
So dumb.
So tired.
But yeah.
But yeah. Quitting too soon.
yeah.
Yes.
I have no idea where I was going with that. This episode is chaos. And we
As
haven't even
always.
started yet.
Nope.
But
But somebody had written it in the notes.
yeah, I don't remember if it was me or you.
Same. I actually have
Like,
no memory.
I have no memory
this.
of that ever being there.
I feel like we both could have written
Yeah,
this,
we
for
could.
sure.
But it is our common thing that I see, whether it is like art or it is like working out or like just doing things in life.
Yeah.
People quit before you can sort of get an idea if it's something for you,
Yeah.
And I guess for me, it's most prominent in working out because that's, I think, where I've seen it the most in sort of like a professional setting.
Yeah.
Whereas, all your clients come in and they're everyone in the world. Like it feels like a majority of people work out for a little bit, and then they
It's
quit.
all in
Yeah.
like bursts or short periods.
Exactly. So you never get to the sweet spot
Yeah.
where you get like that incentive to continue.
And this is where I excel because that's what I do. Pretty much with everything, really. Like I am the master at just starting new projects. I wouldn't say quitting old stuff, but just stopping one thing
That's quitting.
and
That's
taking
quitting.
a new thing.
Yeah. You just don't officially say you quit. You just move on.
No, you got me all wrong here.
Moving on.
No, but especially with the gym.
Mm-hmm.
That is for me the number one thing. Like as soon as I get a gym membership,
Yeah.
that is an excuse not to go. I go maybe
But you pay.
Yeah.
You don't have to go.
I pay and I go maybe 3 times in half a year and I just feel so good about myself.
Mhm.
And then it just like takes away all that money. Yeah. And now I've just finally grown up enough to understand that that is not my jam. So I will not be buying any more gym memberships.
Mhm.
But whenever I try, like, now I'm really going to get back on the saddle. I'm going to work out again. I do it 1 time, maybe 2 times. But as soon as I tell anybody that I have done said workout, that's the last workout. Every single time. I don't know how many times I've told you.
So many times.
So many times. Yeah. And that was the last time. I hate it. I really, really hate it. But I also know that it's going to happen.
But why do you think you quit though? Like, what is the like?
I don't know. I hate it. I don't enjoy it. Like when I'm doing it, it's such a small period of time. It's maybe between 10 and 20 minutes of a workout. It's nothing. But just going like that split second that you have in your head of I'm going to train or I'm not, I always go, I'm not.
Mm.
And just fill the bathtub and then sit there and watch stupid YouTube clips and then go to work. Instead of doing said workout, having a shower, grabbing a coffee, chilling out, talking to wifey, and then going to work. No. Bathtub, YouTube, work. I mean, I don't know. I think it's also because I don't need to work out as much as every other person. I do, because
You
my
do,
body
yeah.
really does need the workout, but like I look physically okay, if you know
so
what
you
I
don't
mean.
have an incentive.
No.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little bit of the daddy tummy coming in, but that's it.
It's a Thor belly now.
That's it. So
You're buff, bro.
fuck yeah. No. So I think that's the thing. I'm so spoiled in the fact that I haven't ever had, like, I haven't needed to actually work out to look thinner or better or anything.
Whatever the
What-
the thing is.
So, I can eat whatever I want and just still look the exact same. And why work out when I don't have to, which is stupid because I know I need to.
Yep, with
But-
your kind of work
Mhm.
or job, yeah.
Yeah. But I've also trained more or less my entire life in different things. So, like, I think that's like, when those last muscles give in from said workout my entire life, that's when like shit's gonna hit the fan. I'm gonna break down totally, and then I'm gonna have to work out, but it's gonna be rehab and stuff.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be such an uphill.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Instead of just upkeeping, you know.
Yep.
Yeah. We just immediately went into the training, but yeah.
No, but
that
I
is-
think it's something that a lot of people have tried and failed at.
Yeah,
And
I think it's a
then,
good example.
It's a
of
very clear
today's
example. Yeah,
topic. Yes.
I think we've all been there at some point regarding, I guess, workouts.
Yeah. But the weird thing there is that with the workout, I don't really try different things. Like,
yeah, you do the same. You go back to
because, and this is I keep blaming like ADHD. I don't know why. I've gotten into my head lately that I'm pretty sure both you and I do have like a small hint of ADHD in there.
maybe.
But we are functioning people. We don't like suffer in the fact that we have to have medication to focus. We can do our everyday work life and everything all around it with no problems. But it's the focusing. Like we have laser focus when we do the thing
Things
that
we
we
enjoy,
love.
yeah.
But as soon as we get like a little bit sidetracked, it's just like, you know, the quitting, today's topic, more or less. So that's why I have like, 4 books now that I'm writing. Because I start writing a book, it starts getting a little bit tedious, and I just start something different.
Yeah.
And then that gets tedious, and I start something, and bop, and bop, and bop. Same with when I know that I have a day off today. Today I'm going to focus on the writing. All right, great. But first, and then. So it's always like, but I have to do the dishes, so I can do that. And then when I've done the dishes, I'm like, I'm just going to, I need to do some washing. And I need, like, just procrastinating the fuck out of every single thing, even though I want to sit down and write.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't know, I put so much pressure on myself to have to achieve something when I sit down and write, even though I have this amazing new plan of just sitting down and writing, and I have everything. Well, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in the tool section, but for some stupid reason, my brain just automatically has to go, just do this first. Just do this first, then you can do this. So Saturday, I had one of those days. I'm like, today I'm just going to focus on writing. I did the dishes. I hit a bullseye on the dartboard. I fixed the podcast. I put in the the washing, and what else did I do? I was going to do the hamster cage, but then I just said, fuck it, and started writing. But all of that did not need to have been done on the Saturday. I could have just as easily done the podcast on Sunday like I normally do. The dishes, you know, they're always going to be there. All of that's just procrastinating because for some stupid reason, I don't want to do what I want to do.
Yeah, it's such a weird mind trap.
Yeah, sorry for that weird monologue here, but
I don't know,
it's
but I think
just
it's
so-
interesting, and I think a lot of people can relate to the.
I hope people can at least. But it's such a, like, because I haven't, obviously this is just totally spontaneous blabber coming out of my mouth, and I haven't actually sat down and thought about this. But it is so weird. Why do we function this way? Like, well, I think over to you, and like, how does your brain work when you have, because I mean, you are the family dad and you've become accustomed to having a minimal amount of time to do said thing. Say you have a full day off and you're like, today I'm just going to focus on drawing this thing.
Well, I haven't drawn in a year, so I can't really, I don't even feel like I have the insight on that question. But it all depends. Because, like, photography right now, like, I set out to kind of do it.
Yeah.
Because that was, like, for those that have listened for a while, like, I bought the camera in April, and one of the rules that I attached to it was that I was going to use it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've taken, like, all my photos on my phone are from my camera,
That's awesome.
which is insane. And it's a rule that I don't break it. Like, I use the camera all the time. I still take phone photos, but I don't do it often because I'd rather have, like, I've gotten used to the depth of the camera that everything I take with my phone looks like shit. Like, there's just something that's missing when I take them with the phone now.
Yeah. Would you compare it to digital drawing versus traditional drawing?
Which, the camera?
The camera and iPhone.
Yeah, maybe. Like, I don't know.
You
Like,
just lose a little bit of like soul or extra.
that's the thing I don't see that I do with digital, but I do get what you mean.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like when I decide something with the camera, and if I get time to do it, I will do it. Like right now, I think it's just too new for me,
Yeah.
and I don't have the pressures of anything when
It's
it comes
honeymoon
to.
phase.
Yeah, and I thought that we would be way past that because I bought it in April. I don't know how many months, but like almost moving on to half a year almost, and I still enjoy it more now. I think that I've gotten a bit better. Like I see progression. I see a lot of the stuff because I stuck with it.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, I took some photos that I was really proud of that weren't that good.
Like everything you create,
yes,
I guess.
but the thing is, when I first bought the camera and the first images that I took, I was like, okay, they're really nice, but I don't. There's something that I don't like about it.
Yeah.
There's something like I think it's my deficiency or my experience, the lack of experience, that's making me not enjoy the camera as much as I should.
Yeah.
And I was right. Like I stuck with it because I bought a camera for way too much money, and it's hard to admit to yourself that you might have done a mistake, and it was either like I bought something that I don't enjoy, or I'm not experienced enough to be able to enjoy it in the correct way. And yes, that was the thing. So I just kept like looking at videos, experimenting. Like I sat up every night instead of watching, Netflix or anything else. I was photographing my feet. I was lying down on the couch and then just photographing my feet with the light that was coming in from the windows. And I was like, okay, how do I make this image look as good as it possibly can in this light?
Mm-hmm.
And, you experiment, you get to like, there's like this satisfaction exchange there that just, it worked. And I feel like it's so new still for me that when I set out to do a shoot, I will just do the shoot. Like it's like hanging out with people, but you get to like actively hang out with people. So it feels like you're connecting with people in a different way. Because I feel I like just sitting, around having coffee and eating. Like that's what you always do.
Yeah.
But with photography, it's always different.
But you're creating, but also capturing these moments. Like, well, you're a director more or less, I guess.
Yeah.
You're directing life and all of these things, and you get to place a person where you want them in an environment with the lighting that you want in a certain day. And I guess like that's going to be the next thing.
That's that's the fun thing is like photography is a give and take. Like you can get this, but you can't have the light.
Yeah.
Or you can have the light, but you can't have, like fast movement or something like that. Like it's always like an exchange of two different things. So you can't have it all.
That, like I did some portrait studies with Samantha, one of our friends, and she was like, "Oh, I want to take photos in this spot, but we need to be there at like 5:30 in the morning because that's when the light is going to hit this spot, and we only have like half an hour window because then it's going to pass."
Yes.
And I'm like, what now? Like,
the pressure.
You're just taking photos of my face. Like, come on. No, it needed to be the exact thing, and
and it matters. That's why I booked my
so cool
my session with the ballerina lady, like at the time that I wanted her there, because that was when the sun was setting and it was in the right location. Because as soon as that half hour is gone, it's behind the building again.
Yeah.
And we did it was cloudy, so we didn't get the sun anyway.
No.
It came out afterwards.
Of course.
But it's just, you have to make like decisions. Like first you have to make, okay, I can't like the idea that I had didn't like go through, so I have to plan around it, and I have to find a new angle or a new vantage point, or like the light. The sun wasn't where I thought it was going to be. It's actually over there now, and that building is blocking it, or whatever clouds. So you have to like move the whole shoot. Like it's a lot of decisions that need to be made, but you're also having this like exchange with people, and
that you haven't met.
Exactly, and that was the best part, because I got to talk to Mille. Her name was Mille, and just like an hour and a half before the shoot, because I couldn't get a hold of anyone. So I just like packed 2 of my son's toys, like a Deadpool that I bought him a couple of years ago, and Beast from the X-Men, and I put him in my bag, and I brought all my camera gear, and I'm heading to the city, and I called a friend. I called Farhan because he has a camera that he didn't bring along. And so I thought it'd be fun to hang out. And we just went to the city. You know, I was going to photograph my toys. And then she got in touch. And she was like, I'm here dancing. I don't have anything nice. I'm wearing, you know, nothing nice to be photographed in. And I was like, just go buy something. And, you know, at a reasonable price. I didn't say that, but just buy something nice that you feel comfortable in. And let's just do it. And meet me at the stairs, you know, like where I took the photo. And it all just worked out. It really did. It was a lot of fun. It was like a 30 to 40 minute project that we did. And we were all just strangers there. And it was so cool. And the people that interacted with us, like that whole experience was magical. And then you have these awesome photos of like someone that can really dance, you know. And the best part is you have all these photos, because I photograph really like in a burst mode to capture all this movement. But you get these like, sometimes it feels like you're invading in people's privacy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you capture these moments where they're not with you. Like they're like in their own sort of head.
Yeah.
And I showed you some of the images, like when she lands her jumps or, you know, like the different moves. It feels like you're capturing this private moment of this person, and it's so magical. You get to see like one image, but I get to see like the whole movement, and then when they relax and start laughing, you know, like there are all these moments that you also capture, and it's an experience all on its own.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like photography, I just can't compare it yet because I haven't done it for long enough, like the drawing part, you know.
But you don't see yourself quitting this anytime soon?
No, not at all. And it's just like right now, it just feels like I didn't know I was good at photography at all, you know, because
maybe you weren't. But
maybe
you
I was,
just,
yeah.
You know, you stuck with it, and now that's paying off.
Yeah, but I've never had any photos that were like, oh, you took a really good photo.
Yeah.
It's not something that I've considered myself to be good at, you know.
No.
I've tried. Like when people take with their iPhones, they take these like really nice sunset images and stuff. I've done that. They're never great. They're okay. They look nice sometimes, you know, or they give you an idea of how nice it is, you know, but they're not great.
No.
And then some people just, you know, they have an eye for it. But now that I'm photographing like stuff that I'm interested in, I love movement, you know, I guess I draw women all the time, so I enjoy photographing like female portraits.
Yeah.
Like when you apply your interest to something, like it becomes, or you have the potential to be better at it, I guess, with the focusing.
Yeah.
So I guess photography, I feel like there was photographers that I enjoyed before I pick up the camera. And now that I've been photographing, I was like, I need to go back and check that. And it's not as good.
Yeah.
You know, like you like we did with the art. I was like, oh, dude, you got to see this artist. This is actually the reason why I started drawing, you know, and then you go back and it's not that good.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I feel like that the camera has sort of given me that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So sticking with something, like it'll really show, like if you have the potential to grow. And I think the rule of applying, like bring the camera everywhere is really good. Was a really good thing.
And that is really forcing you to not be able to quit.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, again, the topic of today.
Mm.
Whereas, well, for me, it's just, I mean, the writing, I can do that anywhere as well, but I always feel like I need a certain mindset to get into it. So it's really easy to quit within parentheses. And I don't want to. Like when I get into the writing, I never want to stop. But then all of a sudden you just hit a wall.
A wall, yeah.
And then you are stuck. And instead of like trying to get past or break through the wall, I just stop, take a break, and pick it up sometimes the next day or sometimes a month or two after. Like so I haven't quit. I really, really haven't. I've stuck with it, but it's just like, it feels like I'm quitting every time I do it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I guess
feel
it's maybe not like on topic, but it is kind of like everything in my life, because everything that I've started, I've kind of never stopped. Like even going so far as like cigarettes, because like I've always been a smoker, but now I just don't smoke. I haven't quit smoking. Like every once in a while, I'll get a little bit of a craving and I'll have a cigarette, but I don't have to, and I just don't feel like it, and I don't want to. So I haven't smoked in forever now. That's a totally different thing, but I can apply that to more or less everything in my life. Whereas like even skateboarding or breakdancing, you know, I haven't quit that either. I would love to go breakdancing and like picking that up, but it's so much harder now because I'm old. Skateboarding, same. Like, but I still grab my skateboard every once in a while and I do stuff. Like, so I haven't quit anything.
Yeah.
Just don't do it anymore. So like, where's the difference? Like,
there is a slight difference, I guess. You don't do it as frequently as, I don't know.
Because I don't see myself like starting to breakdance anytime soon. So
Would be so much fun though.
yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Like
And
just thinking back to our sessions and doing like one of those training sessions again.
It is fun.
Hanging out with buddies and doing stupid things.
That's what we talked about as well. Like we talked about making like the thing that we were at the baptizing thingy.
Yeah.
We were like boxida, you know, like the
on the backside of baptism.
backside of baptism. Yeah, exactly. So because we made this video, what we were referring to is like in the past when we were like breakdance / doing tricking. Yeah. We like on Christmas, the first year that we had that sort of venue, like we just like got there on Christmas or like the day after Christmas. The day after Christmas, and we just, you know, fooled around. We did like silly shit in that space and just, you know, it was basically like a gymnastics, you know, what do you call it? Like a
gymnasium? No,
that's not the word.
Gym hall?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Sports
one of those
center.
places. Yeah, sport
like,
place.
Yeah. Like where you go to in school to have sports.
Gym class.
Gym class.
Basically, yeah. So who cares? We don't have words for these things because Gymnastikhall. There you go.
Yeah.
Gymnastikhall. Say it fast enough and it's English.
It's all good.
But we just had, you know, like one of our friends, also named Robert, had a key, and we could go there every Saturday because it wasn't taken, and we would work out for hours, you know.
Yeah.
Like some people would break dance, some people would do backflips and tricking and, you know, different other things, whatever you were into.
And
yeah, we even did fights there, you know, like and stunts and just dumb shit.
And we just brought cameras and we videotaped us doing stupid stuff, and then
cut it all together.
We sat down and edited, and it became the backside of Christmas food, I think, or
something like that. Yeah, and we put the song Feliz Navidad on it, and it was good.
And that's it. And then we did, I think, point 2 and 3.
Yeah, but the first one was the actual only fun one.
When I kick you in the nuts.
Yeah.
Kramaga.
Yeah. It was funny.
Yeah, that was funny. But yeah, I miss those days.
Yeah, but I miss those days as well. And I think, but the difference now is that I don't want to waste my focus, I guess, is where I'm at. You know, I want to do stuff that I enjoy, that matter to me. Because I could do acrobatics again, but I feel like it's only going to, like, I'll have fun.
Don't matter to me.
Yeah, exactly. It really don't matter to me. But I think it would just bring along a lot of injuries.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, now you don't have to do anything to get injured. So.
Exactly. Just stand
while we're doing a backflip, do.
No, but the thing is, like, I still love to work out and stuff like that and be able to do physical stuff. But I don't think I want to, like, invest the time to do backflips because I was never good at the backflips at my prime. So there's I feel like it's a waste of my potential, at least.
Yeah.
Like, would I like to be good at it? Yes. But is that, like, it's the YouTube thing. Like, is it, like, do I really want to spend the time to become good at backflips? Not really. So you got to find the things that you want to invest time in. And I think if you do that, it'll be harder to quit as well.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing a difference in the way that we do things. You and me, for example.
What now, you mean?
No, just in general, like, I guess now is like when I do something, I usually have like a plan for it, like the camera stuff. I started to do it because for I had a couple of reasons for buying the camera that I had sort of sketched in my head, and then I applied some rules to it that I know, like, know your crazy thing that we talked about. And I applied the rules and the stuff to my crazy because I know how I work. And I do that with my workouts as well. It's something I enjoy. Do I want to do it every day? Not really. But, I know what triggers my motivation and stuff. And like, if I can't work out at home, I know that I can work out somewhere else, and that'll work. So I have these little things, that trigger me, and that's how I apply these things. Like, drawing is a bit trickier, though. I feel like it's like the writing.
Yeah.
It's really hard to trick yourself into doing it. I think it's possible.
Well, I mean, we were able to before.
Yeah,
like back in the day.
Yeah, but I think it's
not even that
the
far,
weight of
that far.
Yeah.
Away.
But dude, I struggled with drawing still, like, even earlier. Like,
yeah,
it's
course,
always been a
but it was
really
easier
big
to break through that art block, if you want to call it that.
I guess I would say the worst years were the early years. Like, I would say to, like, from, whenever you're born to the 20s, I was a lot more, I was not...
Flimsy.
Yeah, but I took longer breaks in between drawing.
Yeah.
Like, I had, my art blocks could last forever, basically. I think in my 20s, something happened. Then I lost it. I had kids.
Puberty.
Yeah, 20-year-old puberty.
Yeah.
And I don't know, now.
Is that why it's called pubes?
Puberty. Yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't know how any of this works.
No,
sorry. The thing is, I don't care enough to find out.
I digress. Keep going, man. Sorry.
No. It's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, but something definitely happened after 1820.
Yeah.
When we started to focus in on, maybe it was like, well, reality is coming now.
Yeah.
It's time to grow up, kind of. Well, we need to at least move out of the house.
So I'm going to start drawing.
Yeah. So it's like, but how do we make money by doing the stuff that we love doing?
Yeah.
Because we had by then already worked a lot of shit jobs.
Yeah.
How do we not do that anymore?
And I kept working shit jobs until I was 27.
Oh, yeah.
So it really, like, in our 20s, I woke up and realized I don't want to, but I did until I was 27.
My solution was, I'm just going to do the shit jobs in a fun place. So I just moved somewhere and did shit jobs, but with a new environment and new people, which made it a lot more fun. So a lot of shit jobs, yes, but that also gave me the world, I guess.
Yeah, that is true. You did that really well.
Yeah, and I think it's actually not that difficult. You just go. But yeah, it's about, I guess, trying to, you start realizing that you have things that you can and want to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
And when you come into your like early 20s, you start realizing, well, why don't I or we achieve those things? Because we are immortal and we can do whatever the fuck we want. We are
it is the perfect
golden gods.
Yeah. Mighty and powerful gods.
Oh, yeah. Kind of. And so it went.
Yep.
And so we did.
Mm-hmm.
But it also did take us both, I guess, 7 years before we actually did achieve.
Achieve anything, yeah, because you really need to put in the time. That's the thing. With everything that you kind of try to achieve or, succeed in, while you fail at it, you never go back to square one. Even though it feels like it, there's always that accumulated experience that kind of gathers up. Yeah. So the next time you're like, not stepping on that fucking mine again, Mm-hmm. So there is something to it. But you really, really got to apply yourself to be able to get to that point where, because when I look back at my art, you know, in my early 20s, when I was upset that I wasn't getting art jobs, look at your art, dude. It's not very good. You didn't, like, you're not
there yet.
Yeah, but I felt like I was. You know what I mean? And it's a really sort of tough lesson to learn, I guess.
I think I don't know if it was like we felt like we were there. I think it was more like we're owed this. Like it doesn't matter if we're that good or not. We're just.
It's my turn now.
Yeah, we should get this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just
it was
should.
dumb. It was super dumb.
No
dude.
reasons. We haven't put the effort in, not at all.
And that's something that I thought about, even with like photography and like stuff that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I've done it, but then you know when you step back a bit, like, did I really put in that much effort? Like, sure, it didn't, because sometimes, you know, you do something that's like somewhat hard, and you feel like, oh well, I did it. I really like did an effort. But then you think back in your life, and you know there are some moments in your life where you really did put an effort in, and you put in a lot of work and a lot of sweat, you know, and then you know. You really, yeah, but I'm just mean like you put in such a huge effort, and then you know like sometimes you feel like you did, but you really didn't.
Yeah,
it's that
you
thing
kind of
where
fooled yourself or tricked yourself.
Exactly that, where you kind of think you did, or you've made your achievement bigger than it was.
Yeah,
and then you're disappointed that it didn't get something back for it.
Yeah.
And I guess that's how society works a bit now.
Yeah,
with social media. But social media
yeah.
has that trick. Like, for example, like I join a lot of contests, and I just move on. You know what I mean? I don't sit there and wait for the results. Like, if I've won, they said they were going to contact me. I've joined, like, now I joined one contest for the photography one, but I've joined so many more.
Yeah.
I haven't looked back on any of them. Because then if I won, or if I did a good enough job on whatever the premise of the contest was, they would have contacted me.
Yeah.
And I feel like in the past, I would sit there on the sort of like, on this day, we'll announce the winners, you know. And I would sit there, like that whole day was about
just waiting.
And I was like, oh, and I put so much effort into this. And maybe I did, but did I put the effort in the year before to get to a level where I could compete with my stuff, where I could take my ideas and make them into something that people give a shit about? I did not, you know, and that's like, it's not what you do for the contest. It's the time you put in before the contest.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, where a lot of people fail.
Preach.
But it's a hard lesson, and it's something that I've thought about it now as we talk about it. But it's and it's only like it's all stuff that I've done. That kind of like I'm trying to think back to moments where I haven't reflected on it, but a lot of contests and stuff that I've applied for that I didn't get. And I was like, why didn't I get it? I learned Flash for that job. You should have known Flash before. That's what they wanted. They wanted experience. They didn't want some guy that just, you know, half-assed his way through that application. And now I see it, you know, but it takes like an uncomfortable dose of truth to kind of see
the veil.
So it's such a fucking, like, being an artist and being honest, you know, about your efforts is hard.
Yeah. And that's also something that I picked up from Neil Gaiman, out of all people. Not that I've talked to him, but saw a YouTube clip.
Of course you did.
Yeah, I did.
You know everyone. It's
no, but he talked about his struggles becoming an author. And he wrote like so many different short stories that he sent to different publishers and just got rejected. But the lesson that he learned after he did like a writing class or group thing with other writers, and that's when he realized that he wasn't writing as a writer, he was writing as a reader.
Oh, yeah.
He was just writing what he thought
they wanted,
that readers wanted to read, not from himself.
Okay. Yeah.
And from that point on, he just started opening up, and he compared it to running naked down the street. That's how you're supposed to feel when you're writing. It's really putting yourself out there
for people to relate to.
Totally naked in front of all of these people and just like, this is who I am.
Dude.
You read it if you want.
You know what I like about that? Yesterday, I was scrolling through Instagram. And I just noticed that all the content, all the reels are the same.
Yes, welcome
It's
to the
all
world.
the fucking same. Because I never scroll the reels. I never look at anything.
Same songs.
It's the same song,
same
and
fucking
people are doing the
content.
same jokes with the same sounds, reusing each other's shit. And Instagram's like, oh, we're introducing new artists to you. And they're all doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So I just closed the app. I was like, no.
This is the point I've reached a while back.
Yeah. But it's like, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to put out stuff
That is just
everyone, I don't want to regurgitate, the same stuff that everyone else is doing.
no.
So,
And I hate myself for doing that because I still do. I try to make my own thing with it, but it's still the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much I do something different. There's only so many ways you can show the tattoo process or the tattoo.
But the thing is, the nice thing with the tattoo process is that it's a new tattoo every time.
Yeah, yes.
The things that I'm talking about is like, oh, look, I also did the same joke with,
my dog
you know.
or my...
But it's the same, like, it's a person doing the thing. It's not, sure, it's a new person, but you didn't, like, create the person. You are the person. It's just the same thing.
Yeah.
You're not talking. You're not delivering it in a different way. You're using the same sound, and you're doing it a bit more half-assed than the person before you, or a little better than, but it's not something like a different tattoo. It's a different design. It's on a different piece of, like, the body. It is different enough to be compelling.
Yeah.
But I feel
I
like,
guess.
like a person jumping into a pool normally is not interesting enough. You know what I mean? And then another person does it to the same soundbite, and you're like, okay, why are you showing me 54 versions of this boring thing?
Mm-hmm.
Or like people that just look straight into the camera and just like do a little smile, a pose, and then they like, and I was like, what was that? What was?
Just wasted my life.
Yeah, it's like 7 seconds of you doing nothing. It's not even the joke that you're doing nothing. It's you just doing nothing. It's like
You're
you
just
turned your
standing.
head like 30 degrees to the right, and then that was the video.
Yeah.
And
No pie to the face, nothing.
exactly.
What's
no
the point?
clowns. No, but it's just like, and it's just that.
Yeah.
A lot of that.
It's
And
weird, man. We're living in a really strange world.
Yeah.
Like when you really...
And I'm not saying that my content is unique and fun. I'm just saying that I don't want that to be my inspiration for doing things.
Yeah.
And it feels like with the reels, like I'm not against reels at all, but I am not inspired by everyone doing the same sound bites now. Like it's getting really old really fast. Like
That makes me want to quit.
yeah. So find your inspiration, I guess, somewhere else.
Yeah. But yeah. What else do we have on quitting?
Yeah, but
Or
I think
quitting too soon, I guess.
quitting too soon. Yeah, I don't know. Like I just feel like you.
I think you really hit the hammer on the nail with the camera and your photo, whatever you want to call it, like the binge photoing that you're doing. that you're
It's a
really
lot.
just you're pouring everything that you have energy wise
Yeah.
into this one thing.
And the cool thing about it is that two companies have reached out about. They asked for video. God damn it! The one thing that I haven't explored yet. And I've had a couple of collaborations, like people doing like head ornaments and stuff, reach out as well. So it's like I get no likes. Don't get me wrong. My photography is dog shit in the Instagram universe, but that's again something that you need to remember. Because about quitting too soon. Like my photogram account, I've had it since April. I get 30 likes per post.
Yeah.
That is about, like, sometimes I get 60 and I'm like, why? Because nothing else got it. And I think some images are better than others, like the normal thing. But again, don't care. I'm doing this for me. I'm expressing myself the way that I want to do it. I'll show the stuff that I want to show.
It's on your premise. and
Exactly.
You control it. Yeah.
But it is like, I'm not getting any likes, but some people that enjoy what I do and some companies have reached out, and it's super cool. So you don't need a ginormous following. And I've unfollowed not all, but a lot of the like celebrity accounts. I don't give a shit. I'm trying to just follow people that I talk to.
Yeah.
Or that talk back to me. So I'll follow someone that doesn't follow me if I notice that, but this is a real person that replies. If I have a question or if I have like something, like there's an interaction,
So
I'll
more
follow.
creating a community in itself.
Yes,
Yeah.
like the way that I built my other account, basically talking to people. And if I notice that they're real people, I will talk to them and I will keep that, connection.
Nice.
So, and doing that has kind of just done something so that I feel like, I'm like, it may not look it, but something is happening within my little sort of sphere.
Yeah.
And I
mean, something is happening that you're already just after half a year of doing this, getting offers.
Mm.
People are reaching out and wanting you to help them out with, videos, but also photos.
yeah.
No, but that's awesome.
It is
like,
super
it's
cool.
so cool.
I said no though, because
Yeah?
I was like, haven't explored the video parts yet, but I need to kind of like get
Don't
comfortable.
destroy the dream yet.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I have photos and I'm comfortable with that in certain sort of like setups. But video, there are too many question marks for me to be comfortably take someone's money and then fail. But I think it's not far away from what I'm doing because it's still like the same applications that I'm using and stuff like that. So I am curious to kind of try that out as well and try some visual storytelling. I'm also joining another contest about photography that is like the theme of it is split second story or something like that, and it's such a good fucking topic.
Cool.
But I can't for the life of me think of something. But it'll come to me, the day before the deadline, and I'll have another.
I just see somebody passing somebody and getting that in real time. How you can get like a blurry person that's really fast walking past somebody that's frozen in time, looking back.
Yeah,
Like
it would be pretty cool.
That was my idea straight away.
Yeah. And I want to do something that kind of like the last contest. I think it's Canon that has that contest.
But you're using a Fuji, so
it doesn't matter. That's the best part. But last year, I think they had this. I don't remember what the theme was, but the image was so perfect. It's this like bridge filmed up from a hill. So it's like it's so much mist around the bridge, and it's a really tall bridge, like a high up, and you barely see the bridge. And then they have this what's called like a long exposure, which means that the camera, it takes like, let's say, like a minute to take the photo, or an hour. It can take hours.
So you get the movement.
So you get the movement of the lights, basically,
yeah.
or like everything that moves gets like smeared out like butter.
I love that.
And there is this fucking bridge, and then there's like a line that goes through the whole bridge and fades into the mist. Cool. That was the photo that won the last one. And it was just such a fucking great photo to capture that one light on this misty, like dark night. And there's just one light going through the bridge into mist.
That's
like
sick.
It looks surreal. And I don't remember what the topic of that one was, but it was perfect. Like they fit. I understand why he won, or she. But so I'm trying to join like contests for the reason of having something that is like Inktober. It's prompts. It's something tangible.
It gives you a mission.
It's a mission, exactly. It's a client that says, do this. Because you're crazy, no, you're crazy. My crazy is, if it's official, it's easier for me to do it.
Yeah.
If I make it up, it's nonsense,
No. And I mean, it's also a little bit of free exposure and all of this that goes with it. If you don't have to win, but you could still be a part of top 10 or 5 or whatever.
And to your point, some people have followed me from that hashtag, I think, because I was looking through the photos and I was like, this sounds like the guy that just followed me. And then like, yes, it was. So he might have checked that hashtag and found me on it, you know. So
Awesome.
so there is.
How do you find these contests, by the way?
Dude, I just followed like Scandinavian Photo. So they had a contest. Then the other one, I think, like I follow Canon because my wife is a Canon shooter.
So you don't go in and actually
No, I don't
Google
look for them.
contests?
Like I don't look for them. It's just like that's the stuff that I'm interested in. I look at camera updates, what new cameras are coming up. It's stuff that I enjoy again, like nerdy stuff, tech.
And that actually, like you mentioned your wife. What does your wife think of your new passion now? Because this is kind of...
Well, we did talk. Yeah, I'm infringing on her territory
exactly.
now. Yeah.
And I mean,
And
I would assume that it would feel maybe a little bit like, why?
no,
No?
because we wanted to do this together, which
Yeah.
was the idea, because I know that she wouldn't do this alone.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm going to do something, I don't do it like normal people.
No.
I do it a lot.
ADHD stuff.
Yeah. So I can't do it the way that she does it.
Yeah.
I need to do it a lot. And if I stop,
How is her photos like, or motivation for photo stuff these days? Is she still doing
yeah,
things?
her motivation goes up and down.
Yeah.
But I'm also noticing that she's a bit limited by the tech that she's using.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is really good compared to hers now. Like it is such a day and night thing, which is one of the motivations that I joined the Canon contest.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, I get to do the thing, but then if I win gear, I don't have to use it because I really like my camera.
But with Canon, you can.
But with Canon, you can, or she can.
Yeah.
So my idea was just to give her the camera that is super expensive and way
Nice.
better than mine in many ways. But we talked about it, and we have like some ideas that we want to try to do together. Like I told you, I had this, I think her account was Blomma Idé, and she does these like flowery, I think they're Ukrainian. Like I think it's a mom and her kids. But she has this company where she makes like these floral like arrangement things, and she wrote to me and said, like, she doesn't have a lot of followers either, but she just like, oh, if you want to collaborate on something, I would love your photos, and I would love to kind of do something together. And they're here in Stockholm. You know, I guess
Perfect.
they left Ukraine for reasons.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that me and Maria, because she follows Maria as well. I think either she
cool.
found her through me or somehow. And I was thinking like, well, Maria likes flowers stuff, so we'll do something together there. Like, and I was thinking like maybe we should get a dancer to wear like these floral things, and then we could have her pop, and then we could, you know, do something with that.
Sick.
So that could be cool. I have ideas, and I think just like we talked about making this into a business, and I thought like I don't want to do the photo. Remember when we talked? I was like, I'm going to try to get her going,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to leave that to her.
Yeah.
And I really love photography.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what I've been thinking. It's like,
But I didn't love photography.
no, I know.
But
I
then
know. But then you discovered it through.
through her,
Yeah.
by encouraging
forcing
her,
her.
yeah. I forced her to do, like, because she was so like, oh, this is so much fun and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, then we need to get you a new camera, because she had, she broke the other one.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, don't break this. And that was when I was making a lot less money,
Yeah.
when I bought that one. So we got her that camera, but now it's been like years, and that camera hasn't aged all that well. It has some features that are
really?
really good. No, but it's like you can see the difference between our cameras now. So the new cameras, like camera technology has gone forward a lot, especially with these ones and the different brands around, the same type of camera. So she needs a new camera, like to just simplify everything.
Yeah.
Like I can send stuff to my phone and just, do quick edits for social media, because that's the world we live in.
Yeah.
If I want to, I can send like proofs to clients straight from my camera, just to give them an idea of where things are going. So it's really, really nice to have all that simple, like it just makes it easier to use.
Mm.
Again, if you are a person that's like putting stuff into the computer, you don't have to immediately. Like that's the nice thing. So you can like adapt your crazy with your camera, I guess.
Sick.
But really sticking with something though, it's, I don't know, like the rewards. Like I didn't even know I liked photography. I enjoy like helping my wife and encouraging her to do it. And still, we like photographing different things. But I just discovered something entirely different.
Yeah.
And like I said, I love the fact that I can capture both explosive movement and that those private moments where a person is just in their head. And it's so rewarding to photograph people at their best.
Yeah.
But also, or, you know, like, they might not think it's their best, but you do capture some stuff that you normally wouldn't. And it's so awesome to see. And I wish I can find a way to kind of portray that and not only have the highlight moments, but show those little moments where that person, in my opinion, shines.
Yeah, the build up to and
the build up
what happens
to,
after.
yeah, exactly. Because, like I said, she did like the ballerina. She jumped up, did the beautiful kick, like 4, 5, 6, 7, like 15 times in a row. And then she just like, she put her hands down like a dancer, like a trained professional. And then she just broke out smiling. And I, you know, like I didn't get all of it on tape because my burst ran out. But I got a couple in the beginning. And it's this like from serious focus to relaxed. And it's like, it's such a private moment. It felt
capturing the love of the craft.
Yes.
Yeah, that's such a cool thing.
And the way that she talked about it, the way that I know I feel when I work out, like some people say I work out like a psychopath. And when she talked about dancing, she's like, oh, you know, it hurts and it's this and that and it's really tough, but we love that. You know, I was like, I know exactly what that is. And it's so nice to see that in other people with whatever the fuck they enjoy.
Yeah. It's recognizing the crazy.
Exactly. So that's her crazy. It hurts. Like you don't get to do ballet just like that. You get to pay a price for it.
That's the thing. Yeah.
It's a lot of fucking butchering your feet and your body to be able to make it look so effortless.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, oh man. Yeah. No, I've been together with way too many dancers.
Yes, you have.
I know these things all too well. Yeah. It's also really sad. But yeah, I think it's so cool. And I love that about photography is that you're getting a split second of somebody's life, like for reals.
Yeah.
With artwork, you're taking a piece of your own life into something for a period of time, and then that becomes a thing. But with this, it's just like you're stopping time.
Yeah,
Schwap.
you're
capturing that moment in time, which is insane that you're able to do that. Like sometimes it just hits me that we have that technology. Like it's so fucking crazy. Yeah. Like the first idiot that came up with that idea. What if I do this? With that fucking...
the old cameras,
exploding things. How? Like how did you come up with that idea?
And then get the whole thing like on paper and all that.
Yeah, and then from there to here. And now we have it in our phones.
Yeah, it's insane.
Dude, yeah, that's how old I am.
No, but I agree. Like I said to you as well with the podcast, I was like, some days I just feel like quitting.
Yeah.
And then like yesterday I was uploading the podcast and I was like, 100 and like 209. Holy shit. Yeah, we're 209 episodes in.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. Yeah. So don't quit until you've done 209 episodes, motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's it. Or 10 with this one, actually.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Yeah.
No, but I think it applies to everything. Just give it a bit more time, but also look back to your like the previous year or the previous effort you put in. Have you really, really put in an effort where you are making like enough of a splash with your work? Because I feel like a lot of people want the recognition, but nobody wants to put in the work.
Yeah.
And a lot of us feel like we've put in the work.
Yeah. We're owed this.
Yeah, we're owed this. We get to that mental state.
That's the thing. And I think that's really something like, I don't know, today's topic is obviously quitting like too soon but it's knowing when to quit is like the thing that you really, really need to focus in on, because sometimes you're doing something that you think you're supposed to be doing, but maybe you hate it.
Yeah.
Then it really is about time to quit. Maybe try something different.
Yeah, we're all
Because
stuck in our ways in that sense, I guess.
you shouldn't just give up, of course, but you should really just take a minute, sit down and really feel from the inside, is this something that I am passionate enough about to not quit?
Yeah, and also would I do it for free is a really good fucking indicator.
That's actually one of the best sort of, what do you say? Like the faucet.
yeah, but it is like it's a good rule of thumb or something. Yeah.
It's like if you are willing to do this thing for free, like I've
and that's for yourself, I guess.
Yeah.
When we say that, not like free for everyone else, because then that's not the same.
Because I've said this so many times, but we talked about it, me and wifey, just a couple of days ago. We were watching, the Nyhetsmorgon.
Yes,
like,
Nyhetsmorgon.
So you have the news in the morning, and in a certain segment of the show, they're doing the lottery ticket.
Oh, yeah,
thing.
the people that win the thing.
So you get like this much money for these many months.
Many years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've said it so many times, but if I got, let's say, $2,000 a month for 12 years,
Yeah.
I would still be tattooing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't stop. I wouldn't retire. I would maybe work less and just focus on the stuff that I really wanted to do. But I would never, ever stop tattooing. Like, I love this so much that even if I became so crazy rich that I didn't have to work a second of my life, I would still be there like 4 days a week doing this.
You're doing what you enjoy.
I just love hurting people.
Hey, I don't have that much money, and I don't know how it feels, but I wouldn't stop doing the stuff that I enjoy doing because I would just do more of it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I just wouldn't be employed at an office that would require things of me. I would remove that. I would remove the time that I'm putting on other people in that, or companies rather.
Yeah.
And I would be involved in the projects that I enjoy, just like you. And if that's with other companies, that's fine. But I wouldn't have to do the 9 to 5 or like the income struggle. No. I would put my efforts in other things.
Exactly.
And I would add an element of struggle because it's needed in life.
It is,
I think.
it is.
And that's why, I would never retire anything and just like travel and see the world. Just that. No. That's cool for a while, but you have to have like a bit of, like there needs to be some resistance in life, I think, to
reward,
be enjoyable.
I guess.
Yeah.
Like,
no, but a resistance-reward ratio, like that needs to be there. Yeah,
exactly.
Because otherwise you get fucked fast.
That's the thing.
And I think that's why I work out the way I do as well. I need something in life to be like physically.
Goals need to be achieved.
Yeah, but it also like I need something to be difficult, like physically, not just, because I'm not big on goals in that sense, because King ruined me in that sense, but it was just like I need both a challenge and do new things and explore, but I also need physical, not violence I was going to say, but physical something like struggle. Like I need a couple of different.
Talk about Fight Club.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I had something on the fucking art thing. Yeah, I don't know how much I said on the subject, but just, do look back on your own stuff and see if you actually did put the effort in. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the questions that we get is that people are not able to break into the industry. They're not getting recognition for their work. But then a lot of times, though, it feels like you're not putting in the work either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're expecting something different by doing nothing. Like,
how long can you sit and wait for something to happen without doing anything?
But just like I did nothing and I'm not getting art jobs. Like that's the thing. And we all know like what kind of games we enjoy. We all know what kind of games our friends are playing and what kind of things they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, are you drawing at that level to be able to get those jobs? No. Okay, then simplify.
What do you need to do?
Exactly, to get to that level.
Exactly.
But simplify it. You know, like take simpler games that your mom is playing. You know, like Candy Crush and blah blah blah, like some other types of games.
Yeah.
Okay, that art level is way easier. Can I get in here? No, I can't match this. Okay, then you have a problem. You really don't know how to draw at this point. You know, like
maybe
so simplify.
start studying.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying.
Exactly. Really, really take a step back and evaluate your skill.
Yeah.
And don't compare yourself way too much to the other people that you just see out there. Like
No.
because
Do
some
what
people are extremely lucky as well. Sometimes there's a lot of luck involved.
Yeah.
And that's also why you need to be very proactive and be out there. Like Ilias is finding these competitions with his camera. If he didn't go out there and put himself out there with these photos, he wouldn't have gotten these job offers.
Yeah.
Probably.
No, I probably wouldn't. Yeah.
The more he does this, the more recognition he's going to get, or the more people are going to see the stuff that he's doing, which means like maybe 1 out of 100 or 500 is going to see it and go like, that's exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Like that is, and then they contact him and he just says no because he can't do
I
videos.
can't do, No, but the fun thing is I have some photographers that are good.
Yeah.
That follow me. I was like, why? Because most of my, like, this account that I'm using for photography is an old, what I call flexi account, where I just flexed and I just like got sick of that. And I just do it in my stories now. Full like open cards here.
Straight
yeah. But they're following my photography.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Because my photos are highs and lows, you know.
Yeah, but there is potential there.
Yeah,
know?
and
even I am the type of guy that's so not interested in photography in that way. I can still recognize good and bad photos.
Yeah.
You do good stuff. So just keep doing good stuff. I mean, right now, it's really good. In 10 years, it's going to be really bad.
Yeah.
But that's going to be really fucking good.
Yeah.
And by then, hopefully, you've learned how to do videos and maybe you'll make some money.
You say yes to that job. Yeah. No, they were actually just experiment and get back to us. I was like, what?
That's awesome.
Yeah. So they didn't really care. They're trying to get cheap here, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
I was like, yeah, I'll give you cheap. No, but it is like, I think, this episode, like, it's called what it's called, but it's like, oh shit, my brain.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking, like, it's more an introspective thing that you need to do.
Yeah.
To kind of, you know, like, find out, like, are you putting enough effort into the things that you enjoy?
Yeah. Maybe it is time to quit.
So, no, but I honestly think that people normally, like, put too little effort into the things, like, and quit too early, like, rather than, like, no one's pushing through and, like, and not getting there.
Like watching episode 3 of She-Hulk.
Yeah. No, but what I'm trying to say is that, yes, you're drawing, but you're not drawing to achieve what you want.
Yeah.
So it's like, I go to the gym every day. Okay, do you work out? No. You know what I mean? That's the
they have
sort
a great water fountain.
Yeah, no, but basically, yes. I go to the gym and then I'll buy a bag, you know, or I'll buy a protein bar. But do you work out? Like, no, I go home. You know, like, that's the same thing with drawing. Okay, you go to the gym every day, but you're not training the art muscles that you need to achieve whatever the fuck it is you want.
You kind of need a little bit of a plan. Like,
yes, the plan.
Are you building muscle? Are you getting back into shape? Are you just getting more stamina? Like, are you going to be running a marathon?
Yeah.
Like, what is your end game?
Yeah, exactly. And I think if you know that, it's easier to kind of...
And that brings us back to us in our early 20s, going up to 27, when we actually achieved something.
Yeah.
In our early 20s, we were idiots.
Very much.
Fucking idiots.
Now we're
still golden
now we're still idiots, but less.
With goals. Because we didn't know what we wanted, because we were still young idiots just exploring life,
options,
whatever. We needed money, that's all. But we wanted to have fun. That was the only thing. That was the goal of whatever we did. Now it's more like, well, I would love to You know, you have all of these things that you would like to achieve.
And also you have a lot less distractions. I don't do acrobatics and play guitar and do this and that.
And the other thing.
And then you suck at everything equally.
Exactly. Now it's more, well, I have like these 2 plans.
Yeah.
Let's just do it. And it's going to take maybe the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
That's the thing. It's fine.
Yeah.
And something to kind of wrap this up with that we talked about at the burger place was like whatever you've achieved with something, like whether it's an idea, like if you let it rest and marinate, as you called it.
Yes.
It was a real good analogy, but it is exactly that. So, some things that you just aren't ready for right now, you don't have to quit them. You just have to pause them for a bit to let, you know, like other experiences kind of like marinate your other like
the projects.
Yeah, the other projects. Yeah. And then you can go back to that old idea or whatever it was you were doing with new ideas, you know, like, and then that old idea that wasn't, like it had potential, but it wasn't great.
Yeah. Now
it's a fully fledged thing.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just like
let it marinate. Yeah.
You don't have to achieve everything tomorrow or in a year. Like you're equally successful 3 years from now if you achieve it then, you know, that like you are if you achieve it now. Like time will pass no matter what you do, you know, like it'll pass. It's like, oh, but 3 years is such a long time. Yeah, if you're a kid. As a grown-up, 3 years is nothing.
Yeah.
Like, it'll pass really fast.
The older the wine, the more expensive it is.
I don't know what that means, but exactly that.
Exactly that. Yeah.
Straight circle.
Straight circle.
It all makes no sense.
Are we moving on?
Yes, we are.
Okay, moving on!
Wise words were said somewhere.
Marinate.
Let it marinate. It'll get better at some point.
I totally forgot that. But yeah, I was very hungry. Tools. So I just have a little bit of a branch out, so to speak, of the last tip that I had. And so I did my beautiful thing of just numbering all of the different chapters and then writing down kind of what stuff I needed to happen in the story. That's all good. That's all fine. The more I sat with it and started writing out these different bullet points or chapters, I just started realizing that, well, this thing is just stupid. Like, what's the point of this? What's the, it was smart of me to get, I guess, more meat on the bone of the story. But what is the point? Like, and that's, I guess, also obvious that you start doing all of these chapters and then you realize, oh, I need this in this chapter too to make this make sense, blah, 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 blah. So that's really great. And it took me forever to really get into that mindset. But what I did the other day was, okay, so what is, first off, the main purpose of this entire story? And I figured that out to be finding your humanity is what the story is all about. And
that's actually really good.
Right? So it's 3 different stories from 3 different perspectives, I guess, and they intertwine into one massive story. And so what I started doing after I figured that out was, okay, let's just do a timeline of all of these characters or these main people. So I just took person number 1 and I started from their birth more or less to the end of the story. Person number 2, the exact same thing. And then the different chapters that they're both in, I connect with a line. And then number 3 did the exact same thing, and I connect those. All of a sudden, I have the entire book mapped out, more or less. Plus, with those 3 characters, I know that, okay, I'm going to need this, this, and this, and this, and this chapter on the side, so I know the extra stuff. And then I just add all of those up, and then I actually see the amount of chapters that I need. And while writing that storyline or timeline of these characters, I can also really see where I'm lacking things, where I need a filler here.
Yeah.
Like what happens in between this, like That's
Yeah, you get like an overview of your whole
so it's
book.
just
yeah.
again getting I think that is probably the best way to describe it. It's just zooming out more and more. So I'm getting more of an overview. And actually now when you came into the burger shop, I was really mapping out the entire book in chapter form, going, this is where it starts, that's the next one, next one, next one. And more or less watching the entirety of the movie now.
Yeah, I've zoomed out even more. I'm seeing you as a kid making these lists for all your VHS tapes. So it is it is straight circle here as well. Like it's it really is what you do well. Like it's a bit of procrastination meets Robert's crazy.
Yeah. And
it works.
That's what I was going to come to, that it is definitely procrastination, but it also serves a purpose.
It serves a purpose. So it's fine. Yeah.
Would you still call it procrastination?
No, that's the thing. But But look, it roots itself in procrastination, but then proves itself to be useful because your crazy meets opportunity somehow, and it just it
just aligns.
Yeah. And that's like, if you know the way your mind works, you can get to those points, like in some areas at least.
And I loved the process, so that's what I did pretty much all last night, just mapped all of this out. And now I have an even clearer vision of where I'm going with the story, and it's really...
But watch out for Wanda.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's so bad.
It was good.
But
it's better than She-Hulk.
It really is. Oh man. But that's a really good tip again, and this obviously comes with you having more or less a full story mapped out. But just to help you align the whole thing, this probably makes perfect sense to you if you are already doing this. I would assume you probably already did this. But if you haven't and you wanted a little bit of an extra guidance in the writing process that I am going through, hopefully that helped a little bit. And I'm having so much fun with this. I'm really, really happy that I'm getting a few days off now where I can get into my own head and really focus on this one thing as well. Not having to think about the next tattoo and the other thing, but just be with the story. And yeah, it really, really has helped so much. So one thing that I have started realizing that I would love to do one day in the future, just rent a cabin or a place and get away from everything and everybody, lock myself in for like a week and just focus on this one story.
Yeah, with your family.
Yeah. Left alone
out there.
Exactly. I know.
What was it? Overview Hotel? What was it called? The place where in The Shining?
Yeah.
Overlook.
Overlook.
Yeah. Overlook Hotel.
Yeah. I should go there. I do have a type.
Hey, dude, you're the type of person that would, I feel, do the whole Shining thing, because like when we watch this movie about wolves, no, not kill your family, but the thing where like when we were kids and we watched like Planet of the Apes, you would like monkey around, like live into the whole monkey thing. When we watched that wolves movie, you're like so I can just see you like sitting there writing and getting frustrated with yourself and like going a bit crazy, but sort of like in your own head, like reenacting the whole thing.
All work and no play make Robert.
No, just like all the movies.
Yeah. No, yes, I can actually see that myself. So yeah. But I hope that was helpful. I hope if you are writing stuff, let us know. It'd be really cool to know or hear about your projects. You don't have to spoil anything, of course.
No. But it would be cool to hear about. If anyone's writing and not drawing that much or doing both, that would be actually really cool.
Yeah.
Just to get like a synopsis of sort of what you're working on.
And it is really, really helpful. I think going back to just having Maddie come into the studio that one time and just sit there for a couple of hours and talk to me about how he went about doing the story. That just inspired me so much.
Was that like the gay development?
Yeah. That's how it starts.
He starts.
Like, some people call it grooming. He calls it gay development.
Gay development. Yeah. It was the best. Oh man.
Yeah.
The best episode ever. Go back and listen to the first Maddie episode.
Yeah. Do it.
Matthias Andersson. The best.
The best. Do you have anything on tools?
I do have something on tools. I would recommend if you have a Adobe subscription to download Adobe Lightroom on your phone and play around with all the possibilities of manipulating photos there. It's basically, I would say, the way that you edit photos. Like if you learn it well enough, it becomes your own thing, you know? And I haven't found what my style is. You usually have a couple of different ones or like tons of them, but it's such a fun way to manipulate photos where you keep the original, but you also get to switch the colors or emphasize some colors, pull back, you know, whatever. Like let's say you have, I don't know, like the sky is like a little pinkish, but you bring it out, you really bring it out and put it in focus, you know, and you just like, you can matte colors, you can pull out the blacks, you know, like, or push like the light or brightness. Like there's so many things you can do. I have a couple of images on my Ilias Constantine account, the photo account, where I've taken pictures of my kids at the beach on a cloudy day. It's not the song. And and it's just like, I just pulled some of the colors. There was like a hint of red in them and they look apocalyptic, you know, and it's like two silhouettes of two kids playing and the sky is like bright red, you know, like it's just, and it just looks empty. You know, there's nothing. So, and they looked apocalyptic before I did the edit, but it's just like, it was fun to push on that. So even if you take mobile pictures, like some photos, you know, you take a really nice photo with your phone, it can be really nice to kind of just push some of the contrast and it can look really good with like
just to see what happens as well.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just do something and you're like, holy shit. That's so sick.
Dude, and that's exactly it. Yeah. Like some of the photos that I've taken that are just, you know, of a car. I don't even care about cars. But the before and after on the BMW, for example, that got all of 20 likes, it was like, I still, when I look at that, I was like, did I really do that edit? And, you know, you can take other people's presets. That's what they're called. Which means, you know, like you take someone else's sort of settings, yeah, and apply them to your own thing. But I'm not like, I don't like that. Yeah. I kind of like if I want to make something like that person, I will explore it to try to achieve the same thing.
Yeah. Because
then I learn along the way. Whereas if I take their presets, I've learned nothing. So I try to just okay, I really like that cinematic greenish look. I'll try to aim for it.
Yeah.
And, you know, and then I'll compare it to their photo and like, okay, what am I missing that he really nails, you know, every time? So it's a lot of fun to kind of experiment and get, you know, like one photo, the same fucking photo, can look really dark. And, oh yeah, the ones of my daughter where she sits and just like, you just see her face with the red cap, for example.
Yeah.
The background in the original is super bright.
Oh, okay.
It's, you know, she's sitting at the stairs at my house. The sun is coming in from the side, but I've like made it so that I pushed the background away as much as I could and then just put the focus on her. And it works, you know, because when you edit too hard, like you break stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So you find a balance of like this give and take in the contrast and light. And it's just so cool to kind of see how it can feel like Blade Runner or something else. But it just, this fucking living, or like, yeah, the you know, the hallway stair case. But it looks like something different. Same thing with the one I took at the parking garage in like Mall of Scandinavia. My daughter stands there, and then there are these lights, you know. I pushed up the blues in it, and then just, you know, just pushed the highlights, and it just looks like sci-fi, you know. And it's so cool. And then you go to the fucking garage, and it's so boring. Like, it's such a boring place. Yeah. It's just a fucking parking garage that has nothing that kind of sticks out. But you can just manipulate a photo enough without having to copy paste stuff, you know, and just like you can just push some colors.
It's magic.
Yeah, and you can just get the cinematic fucking scene from a movie by just editing. So imagine that with composition and everything else. If you think it through, it's pretty cool.
That's how you get the masterpieces.
Yes. So I'm looking to buy a revolver right now.
Oh, nice.
Yes. I'm gonna get like one of these Colt Magnum
Like
copies,
a
soft
replica, yeah.
airsoft guns, and just try to do like a photo shoot with the smoke machine from here.
Oh, okay.
And just like I just want to like make a couple of different settings where it looks like a zoomed in like bar, or someone coming out of the mist, or just make it look like a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then just try to have a different type of hero as well, I guess, just to try
Sick.
to
Have fun with it.
I will. And it's just such a fun thing to explore. But the just any editing app, really. I like Lightroom because I have a subscription, and it kind of works the same way that my
Photoshop did? Yeah.
Photoshop does.
But
and
limited
Lightroom.
then, I guess?
What?
It's limited in...
The thing is, it doesn't replicate the whole of Photoshop. It replicates Photoshop Raw,
Oh, okay.
which is this thing, like a plugin, I guess, that is Adobe's own, which is like basically Lightroom. It has all the features almost that Lightroom has, except the cataloging, I guess, which sucks. I hate it, but photographers, some like it. But it's basically how I edit photos on the computer. I use Photoshop Raw and not Lightroom.
Okay.
So Photoshop Raw is a plugin that you can download if you have the subscription,
Yeah.
And with that, you can also get the mobile versions of these apps with all the features that are included. And I would say the mobile version is almost fucking to the point.
Oh,
Same
really?
as Photoshop Raw, yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's missing like calibration and some other minor features, but
Nothing that
get-
you would really be
like-
using all that much.
I don't. But I know some people are using calibration. But it's just like it's such a powerful tool to have in your pocket, like you said before, like having a camera on your phone.
Yeah.
Those applications have come a long fucking way. Like a lot of the photos that you see me editing, I've just done on my phone.
Cool.
So it's a really cool thing. And I think you can even export your settings that you've made in the app and just send them to, your computer and just use those
Oh, cool.
in Lightroom.
Nice.
So it's insane
Yeah.
how far we've come. So I can really, like, just if you're not an artist in the sense of drawing, maybe photo manipulation or, like editing photos, just grab something off, a friend or someone that likes to photograph. You can even reach out to me if you want to try to edit one of my photos. Just tell me which one you want and feel free to, I'll give you like an unedited version of it and you can just play around.
Cool.
Maybe I'll share some on the Discord as well if somebody's interested. I don't know. But it could be a fun thing.
Yeah. Go for it.
Mm.
And speaking of photos, I actually took your advice to heart the other day when I wanted to write, but then procrastinated like an asshole.
Very cool.
I did 2 versions of the cover of the book.
That is, yeah, you shared that. That was really fun to see
Just-
that you actually did it.
Yeah, I just did photo bashing. I just
Doesn't matter.
interested and like, well, I just want to capture like the mood.
So
that I'm
you are
going for.
basically mid-journey.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. It made me have to think about the story in a whole different way because
Yeah.
like this is the initial thing that like you, the reader, will see in the store. Like what's gonna be the thing that speaks to you that makes you pick up the book? Like I hate both of those covers, obviously.
Doesn't
but-
matter though.
just-
The concept is there.
Yeah.
Like it.
and it looks like kind of badass. It's got kind of the right type of feel that I want for the book. And you having read a few chapters,
Yeah.
hopefully maybe know what I'm going for with the cover. But that was a lot of fun and still like doing something totally different but with the story. So I still had the story in my head and I had to go through all of the major beats of that story and then try to visually represent that instead of just writing it down. So it was a fun twist of doing something different with the same story. So thanks for that tip. And I
Yeah,
did
dude,
take the
I'm
time.
happy you used it. That's the thing with tips. Nobody usually uses them. Like you just throw them out there and then
Yeah.
they disappear. And then sometimes something sticks.
And that's why procrastination is great. Yeah, I was done with the dishes, and now let's write.
I have no
nothing.
more excuses to partake in.
Oh, look, iPad. Pinterest is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, no, dude, I thought it has potential with the ideas that you put forth.
Yeah.
And that's really all you're doing there.
It's
is
more
just,
of a mood board, I guess.
Yeah,
than
and I think
an
that's a
actual cover.
great approach because sometimes like you'll waste time trying to sketch it out. So if you spend 4 hours doing nothing,
Yeah.
but now you put together something.
I did a thumbnail sketch first. though,
Yeah, exactly.
but obviously. But
I feel like you put together enough. Like if you want to paint or draw it or do anything with it, you have such a great start.
Yeah, and that's
And I think
what I wanted. to
you
achieve.
drawing it eventually will make that whole thing work.
Yeah.
Because right now it's a photo, it's this, it's that. Like it's a mix.
Yeah.
So I think it'll work out. Like I think it'll all come together nicer when you put your like touch to it. Like so it really translates
Thanks,
to
bro.
your style.
Yeah, I'm just never gonna do that. But
And I like the name that you did as well.
yeah, my little pseudonym.
Pseudonym.
Pseudonym. Yeah.
It's so weird. I get self-conscious when you
Yeah.
say it weird.
Pseudonym.
Pseudonym.
Num, num.
I don't know anymore. You're fucking confusing
Yeah,
me.
we're moving on.
You're
We
like,
are so
cool
moving
whip.
on.
Cool whip. Cool whip.
Yeah, moving on.
Yeah. And we're back.
Retro
Better
time.
than ever.
So much better.
She-Hulk, no.
No?
I'm quitting.
Yeah, I kind of did.
Yeah. You've seen 2 episodes. I've seen 3.
I think Sana wants to keep watching it.
No,
I
she doesn't.
think,
She's...
but I'm gonna let her take the lead here. So
Yeah, I'm going to politely never mention it again and see if she...
very much so. Yeah. No, it's so obvious the show is not made for me or us.
me. Yeah.
Yeah. If people enjoy it, that's awesome. It's just not
Enjoy it.
my-
Yeah, never mention it to us ever again.
Exactly. And speaking of boring shows, Lord of the Rings, the cock rings. are
Yeah,
out.
I saw 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
I fell asleep. There was boats, paper boats, overseas, and then
That's pretty much the show. No, I saw the full 2 episodes.
Okay.
Was
that 2 hours?
Yeah,
Oh shit! So it's
Yeah.
half of the Lord of the Rings.
yeah,
Jesus Christ!
yeah. That's exactly.
Oh my God.
But is it good? Is
The
it
ring-
bad? Nah,
The rings of Pow Pow.
the cock rings.
Cock rings of Pow Pow.
Yeah. Papa.
Pow Pow. Power.
I don't know, man.
I
And
haven't
seriously,
seen it. It looked okay.
I don't remember much of it either. I've seen 2 hours of a show, and there's a hobo that mumbles.
No, Frodo.
No.
Frobo.
No.
Frobo?
Oh yeah, there's a female Frodo and a female Sam also, and they're yeah, and and then you have Galadriel, who is
She's
Yeah.
glad to be there. Galadriel.
quite the opposite.
God damn it.
Not Gladriel, I guess.
No.
And yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I
Oh
haven't
yeah,
seen
there's
the show.
the dark-skinned elf dude
Dark Elf.
who is
I don't-
so they're
Dude,
all just so meh,
Ah.
in the worst possible way. The way they speak is just so forced,
Yes.
and I think Maddie said the same thing.
Yes, he did.
in the chat, and it's just like,
So are we talking about Romeo and Juliet, the movie now?
no, that's better.
That's better. God damn it.
Yeah, it's got DiCaprio, man.
DiCaprio.
DiCaprio.
And I don't remember the
Yeah.
gangs.
Yeah, all the gangs. Yeah,
They sounded like
oh yeah,
his last name.
exactly.
The Crapios.
The Crapios and the Black Crapios.
And the nut-
Yeah.
Facts.
But yeah, no, there's nothing so far in these 2 episodes that make me want to keep watching the show,
Okay.
which is so sad because it probably is the most expensive TV show ever made.
And that's what put it into perspective for me. Like I didn't enjoy the original trilogy. I didn't enjoy the trailers for the other 3 movies that came after the whatever.
Yeah.
So uninteresting to me. Like I can appreciate some things in Lord of the Rings.
I think they're great. Like I think the Lord of the Rings trilogy is a great series of movies.
I haven't seen them in years.
It's not like
I need to rewatch them. Like I need to rewatch them with my kids. I've seen them the one time at the cinema.
But they're like the best sort of Christmassy type things. Like if you're home over Christmas, it's a perfect thing. Like
I think my kids are going to think they're
family.
too slow, but I'll
They are, but this show is so much slower.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
we'll see. We'll see if I watch. I really don't want to watch it because I don't think this show is for me.
No.
Like I went and saw all the 3 movies at the cinema, the first 3.
Yeah, same.
I was like, it's basically Pirates of the Caribbean in the forest, you know.
It's a little bit better, but yeah, that, you know, it's all.
Is it though?
It's all relative.
Is it though? Just stepping on toes here.
Yeah.
Like, is this your but motherfucker?
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Is it?
Squishy, squish, squish. Yeah.
No, I don't know. Like, so I don't know if this is for me.
No.
Like, I don't care. And then you put it in perspective, like how much money they put into this. And per episode, it's like a full fucking movie production and then some.
Yeah. Or 3, you said.
Yeah. Like when we count, like I think.
What was Chronicle?
12 million.
12.
Yeah. So
3 Chronicles.
Yeah, it's 4 Chronicles.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's 4 Chronicle movies.
And a half.
Yeah, no, but just insane amounts. Or like Deadpool, I think it was 12 or 18 million as well.
Yeah, I think actually it's around the same as Chronicle.
Yeah, but it's insane that 3 of those to make whatever that is.
1 hour episode.
Yeah. And no, I don't know, like the aesthetic of the Lord of the Rings movies, the stuff that is CGI, like it's nicely done CGI, but it's not like it doesn't look real or of the world that they've created.
And when did those come out? Like 2001?
I don't remember those. Like I haven't seen those in
2,
years.
3,
Yeah, but it's
something like
around there. Yeah.
The quality of this show is on par with the movies, the first movies.
Okay, that's bad, but I didn't watch that far.
A solid PS3 video game.
Oof. Poor people that worked on that, Robert.
It's not good.
But is it?
It's not on the level of 56 million per episode.
Oh, of course not. But I would say, is it that it's bad CGI, or is it that it just doesn't fit with the rest of it?
Some of it fits. Some of it is decent or good.
Yeah.
But other parts of it just really doesn't feel like it fits.
But is it the parts where it's just CGI with a little bit of reality? You know, when it's like heavy CGI, I feel that's when I hate all the Marvel movies as well.
That's when it kind of feels like a PS3 or early PS4 video game.
Yeah, it feels like
But then sometimes it also kind of works. So like there's the water scene with this big water snake thing. Like it's so quick and fast that you kind of just buy it.
But it's like Endgame to me when they're all fighting and flying and shooting, like Captain Marvel is doing her thing.
Yeah.
And it's like that big explosion, or the end of whatever the fuck the
multiverse.
The rings.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah. Like the end there as well with the dragon and shit. Like it just like it was fine up to this point. Like, and then you had to go all CGI, like 100% green screen. That it all just fell apart.
Yeah, because the practical stuff that they do use in this show is good.
But that's always the case.
Not
that's always
so much at this point. So, but enough
we have
about
the stick of power.
Enough about the stupid show.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that will be liking it.
Yeah, of course.
But again, it's not for me. It's probably not for you.
Don't care enough. Yeah.
Have you started the House of Dragon yet?
No.
That one I am curious
I'm gonna
about.
wait 8 seasons and then I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, same. Because I'm really intrigued, and it's gotten a lot of really good reviews.
I'll try to watch it when it's done the season. I won't wait for.
When we record this, I think it's 3 episodes out.
Ooh.
So
okay, cool.
Like, it's enough to get started.
No, well, it's gonna be like 8 or 10 episodes. So
yeah.
Like
so I'm gonna wait and
same.
but
I'm not excited about it, but then again, like if they can keep the same sort of level as Game of Thrones. Because for me personally, I thought Game of Thrones was good from the first season to the 7th.
Yeah.
And
same.
then season 8, they were like, oh, we really need to wrap this up. She goes crazy. Shit
Kill
happens.
everybody.
Kill everything. Exactly. Melt the throne, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Spoilers.
Kill the ice dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stabby. And
Good.
oh, yeah, and that's one of the worst things. It's like, oh, yeah, the bad guy. Hey, just stab him. Just get him out of the way. You're just like,
Really?
so that's like
that's
winter
it.
is coming. Like that whole thing. We just swipe it under the
Winter came.
Winter came and went. We were afraid of this.
Yeah.
The stab. We could have stabbed
Seriously?
him at any point.
This whole time,
Yeah, we could have just easily
stabbed him in the woods when he was staggering along there.
That's what I was thinking.
Like, what the fuck?
We could have just gone there, like 5 of us, and stabbed him fast. We could have saved us like all the seasons.
And I just see, Stewie when he's out in the rain. It's like,
Yeah.
well, at least he can't get any. And then somebody comes up and stabs him.
Stabs him.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's
that's Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yes, but apparently it's on par with like the better or good Game of Thrones seasons. So
And that's the thing. People said that, but
Yeah.
I thought it was good through and through.
Yeah.
Like, sure, you might not like certain parts of
I
it, but I
the
loved
later
all of
parts.
it.
That's why it was such a letdown
Dude,
with season 8.
exactly. And
because I bought the whole Hollywoodifying it, like making it a little bit more action packed and stuff.
Dude,
It wasn't.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, it just like it was a really slow show in the beginning with a lot of politics and blah 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 blah.
No, but I enjoyed even that because
But
the
then it
books
just
are
started
even worse.
escalating, and reaching a crescendo that they just went the blue button with.
Yeah. Holy shit. Womp, womp.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
too
I
far
can't.
away.
It's too
Yeah.
far away. Somebody rearranged everything so we can't reach the buttons.
No,
That's why there's so little sound effect, and you're all super sad.
and you're all welcome.
Thank you, Max, for
For rearranging.
killing our only joy.
Yeah, you son of a bitch.
Yes.
But yeah,
Yeah, but I haven't seen anything.
I've seen Top Gun Maverick.
Highway to
I wanted them to use that song a little bit more.
No, they use it a lot in the first one. Like a lot,
I know.
Like a lot.
And then in the second one, they just open with it.
Open with it. But that...
They
fuck,
should have
did you-
used it like at the big.
But did you
epic-
watch the first Top Gun?
No,
recently?
not recently.
Fuck, you should have
It's been a
before you...
while
No, but you should have seen it
since
before you went.
Yeah.
Because it is... Like, you're like, didn't
But
I
I
just watch
remember
this?
enough of it. So
No, trust me. You like when you watch it though, it's even more crazy. Like I would like to see them sort of frame by frame throughout the whole movie.
it's still a fantastic action movie. It just delivers exactly what you want, and doesn't have to be anything more than it is. It's perfect in that way. So I do understand why it got so much hype and why people just wanted to see it, because I was like getting sweaty palms and it was like intense, and you really feel the G's when they're like going into these things. And
I heard cheese, but cool.
yeah, and you feel the cheese.
Feel the cheese
Yeah.
in your clammy hands.
So like I was holding my breath kind of
Yeah.
at different points when you're like feeling the different. Yeah,
I love that.
but it's just like, yes, this is what I want to see.
But did you see it at the cinema or at
No,
home?
at home. We missed it at the cinema, or like we didn't want to go.
They put it up again though, I think.
Yeah, they did. No, I just saw that they released it on rentals. I was like, oh, finally, let's just watch it. But yeah, I really, really loved it. It was exactly what I wanted to see. Just something old school type action, which is my favorite type. And then from your recommendation, I did see The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal. Oh my God, I love this movie.
I felt like you would be the kind of
love
person
this
that would love this movie.
I bought this movie.
You bought this movie? Did you buy it before, like
Yes.
to watch it? Okay.
Yes, I did. It was perfect.
It's such a great buddy movie.
Yeah.
Without, I don't know. Like
It's so weird. Like I
No,
tried to explain it to
but
one of my
it's
clients.
fucking perfect for you as well
Yeah.
in the whole writing thing.
Yes,
It's
it's got
didn't even-
exactly what I want.
Yeah.
That's why I was so happy watching it. Now I'm going to watch it again. But no, I love Pedro Pascal. I think he's
No, but
brilliant.
he's awesome.
Nicolas Cage is always awesome, even if he's really bad.
Even
It's
when he's
just
bad, he's
fun
fun.
watching
Yeah,
Nicolas
it's fun.
Cage.
Yeah.
And this is the perfect mix of those actors doing what they're best at.
Dude, like the range that Pedro Pascal plays as well.
It's so good.
Like in this
Yeah.
movie, like what we said, that wasn't kosher, but but he's the perfect fucking character
Yeah.
in this movie.
Yeah.
Like you buy all of it.
Yes.
And we don't want to spoil this movie, but
No.
it's just like it's a nice little Sunday watch, I would say.
Yeah,
It's just
it
like
is.
relax, watch this movie, enjoy it for what it is, and
It's just a fun ride.
yeah,
it
it is
really,
a fun
really
ride.
is.
It is.
Yeah. But you do need to like Nicolas Cage
Oh yeah, you need to like crazy Nicolas
Yeah.
Cage, like
because it is a lot of Cage.
yeah,
But-
and intentionally.
Yes.
And it gets to the point where the movie is like you don't know if it is bad acting or like they put
Or
you in a
extremely
position,
good acting.
yeah, or good acting. But you get so uncomfortable at how uncomfortable he acts
Yeah.
in this movie
Yeah.
that you don't even know what to think.
Exactly.
Because my neighbor, he's not as free in the way that he watches movies like I am. I can enjoy a really shitty movie like the Ninja Turtles that I've said before.
Yeah.
Like the live action new ones, the weird ones with the lips. Like I can enjoy that. And like it's one of my like Hellboy as well. Like they're not that great, but they
they're
are
awesome.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly. And they have something that I really enjoy. And I think that this movie has some of that. Like it's kind of B,
Yeah.
but it's kind of great.
Yeah.
And it has these moments, man, that I just like. I don't think any other movie has captured
Oh,
their little. Like I thought, what the fuck is that one called with Paul Rudd and the guy from How I Met Your Mom? I love you, man. Yeah,
Mhm.
like what they managed to do in that one, I
Yeah,
feel that
the
this
bromance.
yeah, the
Yeah.
bromance in this one is like it's another level of friendship. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like when two people find each other the way that they do, you know.
And it's so genuine.
It's so genuine.
Yeah.
So even if the rest of the movie sucks, the relationship that they like make us believe is so good.
And I think the hierarchy or whatever you want to call it of Nicolas Cage being Nicolas Cage
Yeah.
and then Pedro Pascal's character,
Mm.
that never breaks.
No, it does
They-
not break.
Like
Yeah,
even
yeah,
if you think they're kind of equal at a
yeah,
point,
yeah.
it's not.
It's not. Yeah.
And it just keeps going that way, and that also just sells the
Dude, it
reality of
does.
whatever the fuck they're
But
trying
also
to do
the
with it.
bizarre exchanges between them
Yeah,
are so great.
Yeah.
Like I think I was the only one at the cinema that laughed out loud all the time
Same.
for all these little things.
but just at home. But
Yeah. But I remember just sitting there in the beginning, and my neighbor was like, "What the fuck is this movie?" And I was like, I couldn't stop laughing, basically because he and no one else laughed.
yeah, it just makes
But
it even
also
better.
it made it just better. So I don't know if I would enjoy it as much at home, but it was just like those moments were magical.
Yeah, yeah. No, I definitely recommend this movie. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And again, it just feels like they had so much fun making it. The storytelling in it is
Mm.
great. The concept of this movie is fantastic. And like you said, it just fits where I am at right
Yeah,
now.
it fits so well where
Perfectly.
you're at.
So yeah, I had a blast.
And this is a movie that I would rather make this than a Marvel movie.
yes,
Because,
yes.
you know, it has enough originality in it to kind of work. You
and
know,
heart,
and
like
heart.
genuine
Yeah, exactly.
heart.
It's
Yeah.
a great story. It gets a bit cheesy at the end, but again, that is intentional. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
Like-
it never feels like they overdo anything, even if it feels like they're overdoing a lot of it.
It's a lot of like intentional overdoing.
Yeah,
That makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So it's fun. It was
Yeah.
a fun watch.
Yes. And then going from a fun watch to a more depressing watch, like I said earlier, we're rewatching Breaking Bad, and it still holds up.
It holds up, but the quality of the first season or the first episode, especially, it's dog shit.
Yeah,
Like I
you
like.
really feel
yeah,
like this was
it's aged,
It's an
yeah.
old show.
When the fuck did it come out? Like, it.
It's got to be like
But it looks so bad. You know,
Yeah.
like it's so breaking. Like it's Breaking Bad. Yeah.
yeah,
Like it's just Taking Bad and
yeah,
like oh man.
VHS quality.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
but that's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah.
And then at some point it picks up, but
We're not there yet.
Yeah.
No, I think we've seen 2 seasons of it now. But it's damn, it's dark, man.
It's so dark.
Because it starts off a little bit more lighthearted and you kind of laugh at stuff. But it
But fuck.
of course it's cancer for one.
Yeah.
That's never fun.
Cancer, hooray.
Yeah.
No, but I love like the way they wrote what's his name?
Jesse? Walter?
Walter.
Yeah.
Like the way they wrote him, like there's so much depth and the journey is so like big.
Yeah.
And they do drop the ball at some point. I don't remember what season and where. Like it becomes this like Donald Duck thing where he can't succeed in any way.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
But and that's something that bothered me as a kid. Like Donald Duck always losing bothered me for a while because there was never a succeeding moment. You know, like he would always be that, and I just got like you see the pattern, and it annoys you. And I felt that a bit, but then they save it.
Yeah.
And it becomes so good again. You know, like so I like Breaking Bad is hands down one of the fucking sweatiest shows I've seen, you know, like where you kind of get so invested in this whole family.
And we really do like because Sana had only seen maybe the first episode or something, so she didn't really like it back then, but now she's so into it, which is fantastic to see. To be with somebody to see this for the first time is great. And she can't stop watching it. She's normally the person that falls asleep to everything. She stays awake to this.
Oh, okay, then you
and
know.
just keeps wanting to watch more. You know, it really just sets the bar of this show.
Yeah.
It's still very, very great, still holds up. So if you haven't seen Breaking Bad, definitely one you should have on your list. Just up there with the, I guess, Sopranos that I haven't watched.
I haven't watched it.
But all of the really, really big epic shows.
And I haven't seen the Wire either.
Same.
That's supposed to be really good.
Yeah.
My wife said.
Everybody.
And everyone else.
Everyone.
Yep.
Yeah,
and that makes me want to see it less.
Same. Like, I'll watch it at some point. Yeah.
To the wire, to the limit, to the wall.
Yeah, exactly that.
That's exactly the movie.
Like, that's how good it is.
That's how good it is.
Yeah. What else have you seen?
Nothing. Like, I haven't seen anything. I've been really busy being creative, working out, and being a person.
A prick.
A prick.
Yeah. You're a fucking prick.
No, I haven't seen anything. Like, the stuff that I saw last week is the things that I've seen as far as I knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think.
from
No,
the
I
stuff
haven't.
that I-
Like, I don't remember opening a streaming app even. No, I saw She-Hulk.
Oh, yeah.
I have nothing to say. I'm going to stop watching it.
That's how good
Thumbs
it is.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's so sad. Like,
The
yeah.
thing is, it's not.
It's
I
not
was
bad.
no, but dude, I was so
guess.
excited for She-Hulk, but it feels like they wrote the whole thing is so flat
Yeah.
that I'm not enjoying it, and I don't want to ruin. Like, I think the casting is fine. Like, I think it's all fine. It's just not written well. Like, it's not directed well.
That's my thoughts exactly. It
So-
just feels like they don't understand the character. And
I don't know what. Like, I don't know. They're
Yeah, I
trying to
can't-
please everyone, so they're pleasing no one, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think
And-
they're just trying to masturbate. They're just trying to please themselves. And
That is
nobody wants to see
No,
that.
but the
Nobody
thing is,
wants to see
the
you
actress-
masturbate. Sorry.
Shut up. But the actress that plays She-Hulk,
Yeah.
I loved her in Orphan Black.
Oh, yeah.
And I've
that's
seen her in other
That's her.
things as well. And
She's a great actress.
she's a great actress. I loved, like, she played like a million, like, twins in Orphan Black.
Yeah.
She was like a million people, and she did them all. They felt uniquely her. You know, like, they felt like different people enough to be believable.
Yeah.
She did a Jean-Claude Van Damme, basically, but
Awesome.
with more characters. And in this show, they're not utilizing any of that. They just give her some half-assed stuff to say, and it just doesn't work. It never works. None of the
No.
funny moments are funny.
The editing doesn't help. And
No,
the
I
CGI
think-
isn't really helping
I think
either.
only seeing, like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to ruin it. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm done. I'm out. I'm going to add it to the Miss Marvel pile.
Yeah, the Mist Marvel. Yeah.
Miss Marvel.
Yeah. Did we though? No. Not
no,
at all.
Not at all. No mas.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I know that I watched In Time as well.
In Time.
With
That is...
Justin Timberlake and Amanda Seyfried.
Yes, Amanda Seyfried.
Yeah. And other people.
But I really like the premise of that movie.
It is a great premise. Like, obviously, time is money. Like,
Oh, it's so good.
I know.
Like, I love that. But is that based on something, or did someone just pull that out of their ass and then just make this movie?
I don't remember seeing any like based off of blah 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 blah. So
But I loved the movie. Like,
Yep.
that they're using time as currency. Oh, it's so fucking perfect.
So the whole premise of the movie is at some point in time, currency becomes time.
Yeah.
Time becomes currency.
Yeah,
And it gets incorporated into your body and you are born with this. Like,
Yeah.
so I think you get, like people get manufactured almost instead of born the normal way. So this is just an everyday thing. So you have like a watch, a digital watch in your arm.
Yeah,
that-
so it's basically
and it
like an
start-
implant.
So when you get born, you have 1 year on this clock, and then once you turn 25, it starts ticking. And once the time runs out, you die.
Yeah.
So if you work and you get money, you get time because there is no money. If you buy groceries, you spend time instead
which
of
is
money.
insane.
So it's such a cool
It's
concept.
so great.
And yeah, so it's all about like you follow Justin Timberlake, who is in the ghetto, and they work like on the day. So whenever
Yeah,
he wakes
he
up,
gets
he only
24,
has like
yeah.
23 hours to go. And if he's like sick one day, he's probably going to die
Yeah.
because he's
It's
not
such
going to
a
have enough money.
great premise, though. Like, I love that whole concept of
Yeah.
time is both currency and the amount you have to live.
Yes.
Like,
and it really just puts it in perspective. And then you have, on the other hand, these really, really rich assholes that have like 1,000 years, you know. So they are immortal. They can't die. But because they have so much time on their hands, I guess,
They become assholes.
they can't, like, they don't live at all
Yeah.
because they're so afraid of dying because they have to protect this time, which
Yeah.
is money. So it's this weird thing when you have all the time in the
But they
world,
can
you don't
transfer
live.
time to each other, right?
Yeah,
There
and
was
they can
something
do like
that.
sort of battles almost. You like
Yeah.
you can steal money from somebody by grabbing them in a certain way and
yeah.
like ticking out their time or whatever. So that's what happens to Justin Timberlake. He meets a person that
that
has
is
over
true.
100 years,
Okay, yeah.
and that person gives him all that time because he's lived over 100 years, and he's just like,
Tired of living.
people are supposed to die. Like, we're not supposed to live forever, and he's just
And
sick
you get
of living.
deranged, yeah.
So he just gives all that time to Justin Timberlake, and then he gets chased because now he has a lot of money, time, and people want that, and so and so. And so it's just this sort of chase.
But is it worth rewatching?
It is. It's
'cause
definitely when.
I feel like I want to rewatch it just to get ideas and just inspiration.
Yeah, do it.
Because it's one of those movies that I would definitely want to see a remake of.
Yep.
And just, like take the concept further. Because I don't remember what makes it feel so flat. Like it kind of doesn't hold up to the end.
Yeah.
Like the whole...
There is some of the acting isn't perfect,
Okay,
and
maybe.
like stuff like that. You can nitpick, but if you, go in with that open mindset of just watching the movie for the concept of what they
Yeah.
do with it, it's great. It's really cool, and the fact that everybody in the movie is like 25 years or younger.
Yeah.
There's nobody older than 25, and they're playing
That was
like
it, yeah.
this person has lived for 85 years, but he's just like a 25-year-old.
yeah.
It's really cool.
I would love to see Tom Cruise play this. Like, Tom Cruise would be perfect for this because I think we would get another sci-fi like Tom Cruise level because they've been really fucking good.
Yes.
Oblivion wasn't his best, but it wasn't
It's still
bad.
good.
It's still good. Edge of Tomorrow, really good.
One of the best.
Best, yeah.
I showed it to Sanna. She was like, "This was the worst movie ever." So she knows nothing, and I am going to divorce her.
You
after
put
I
a
met
baby
her.
in that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
She's probably asleep by now listening to this shit.
She played me.
She played you good, though.
Yeah, she did.
So keep her. Because you don't have a choice.
No. Yep. This is
So
it.
watch In Time. Don't watch She-Hulk unless you have time.
Chirp, chirp,
I don't
chirp,
know.
chirp.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
chirp.
damn buttons.
God damn.
No, we are done.
Fan damn.
Done. Done.
Sean Clark, say something. he activated and then he shut himself off.
Yeah, he knows the routine now.
You son of a bitch. Come on.
I won't respond to that.
Well,
So easily offended little watch. No.
No.
Yeah, no. Thank you, everybody, for listening so far.
so thank you, baby.
Watching time now. This is really good.
Because it's with me.
Yeah. Yeah, and it is weird watching Justin Timberlake.
Yeah,
act,
that's what I was
but-
thinking. That's why Tom Cruise him.
Yeah, Tom Cruise. Yeah, I've got nothing.
Yeah, let's cruise out of
Let's
here.
cruise out of here.
Yeah, but
Say something funny. Ilias.
you did. Oh, you broke it. No!